What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about something that really is bugging me big time, and that is how many unsellable things there are in all these different game modes. Now, as we do dive into this, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. Really do appreciate all of our recent support on the channel. But this is something that really does bug me in a big time way. Why is everything in this game unsellable? Everything. You want to scroll through all of these different rewards, every single thing is unsellable. It drives me absolutely crazy because if you finally do get in a position like myself, in which you have a good squad, a lot of your cards are unsellable, what is the point of grinding the game anymore? Like, let me genuinely ask you this. What is the point of me playing in King of the Court if I don't get first place this weekend? There's nothing, because all of the rewards are unsellable. Instead of just giving us a 92 plus overall hidden gem, why not give us some MT? Why not give us some VC? Why not give us a pack that we can end up selling? The reason prices in the auction house are so ridiculously high is because if people get good cards, they can't sell them. The only sellable cards come from packs themselves that people open up. That's it. There's nothing else that's sellable. Heck, you guys saw that my total 120 pack opening were unsellable too. So all of the cards that I did end up pulling were unsellable. What are we supposed to do? How is the market ever going to come down if every reward is unsellable? The mode feels like there's no auction house at all, and it has everything to do with the way 2K has decided to go about doing things. It drives me absolutely crazy, but there's nobody to blame but 2K themselves. And again, I do feel like this game is as easy to be no money spent as ever before. I genuinely believe that. But even when you're grinding challenges, it's for unsellable across the board. It goes back to my whole point of, you can play the game as much as you want, but getting MT is so hard to do. And outside of a couple of solid budget options in the auction house, it seems like the auction house isn't even a thing. It seems like the auction house doesn't even exist because of the way 2K has ruined the game. Genuinely, why is everything unsellable? Everything. And initially I'm like, you know what? It's not that big of a deal, but it is. It's a bigger deal because not only are you getting unsellable players and unable to make MT, the amount of players in the auction house is pretty small because of that. There's not that many total players in the auction house because the only way that people get these cards is by opening packs. That's it. You can grind the game as much as you want. You can finish consistently top 1% in King of the Court. And all it's going to get you is a team of unsellable cards. The only reason I have as much MT as I have is because I completed Domination, which does give you a little bit of MT. And I worked the auction house rinse and repeat. Like, I've got to put 9 of these Ruby cards up because, again, I worked the auction house a ton. I sniped cards and I, sell them for high. But at the end of the day, this can only get me so far. Guess what? If I go and do all this and make all this MT and do this, do that, I can. There's only a certain amount of things I can do with my MT because the accessibility of the mode, just simply put, is not there. There's not that many cards up in the auction house. And 2K wants to blame people for the prices being high. No, the reason prices are so high is because number one, your pack odds are as bad as they've ever been in 2K history. And number two, the only way you can get accessible, sellable content is by buying these packs. And yes, it is somewhat easy, I've said it before, to get a no money spent team. It is, because there is so much to grind here. There's ways to get 92 plus overall hidden gems, and those cards are solid. But even with that, guess what? You get an unsellable cards, but you have to badge them up. So for example, I got this unsellable Ronnie Seekley for grinding games in Triple Threat Park. A great thing. But guess what? If I want to improve his set shot specialist or on ball menace, I have to spend a ton on badges. And guess what? The amount that I'm making is not adding up to the amount I'm spending when it comes down to badges. You want me to get a free card and then have to spend what? 10,000 to max out his on-ball menace. When it comes down to set shot specialist, I think that's cheaper, but I'm still gonna have to spend a bunch of coins on set shot specialist. So between those two badges, you're spending 15,000 extra coins to upgrade that from bronze all the way to gold. And so that's the other problem, is there's not a lot of ways to make MT. However, to build a good team, you've got to spend a bunch of MT, badging cards up, doing this, doing that. And it just feels like a never-ending cycle. Genuinely, that's the way I'm feeling right now. Seems like a never-ending cycle. Like, yes, I've made a little MT over the course of a few weeks. But guess what? The card I really want is LeBron James. And I will never, ever, ever be able to afford that card. Ever. No matter how much I save, no matter how much I'm smart with my MT, no matter how much I really make, I will never be able to afford that LeBron James because he is 1.5 million coins. The only people we can honestly blame for all of this is 2K. 2K is the sole reason we can blame. And I'm relatively positive about the game as far as an overall game. But even if you play Breakout, all of the rewards are unsellable. It just genuinely does not make sense to me why we are grinding the game as much as we are for a bunch of unsellables. You grind a triple threat park win streak. Oh, guess what? That's unsellable as well. You grind 30 games of triple threat park for an unsellable ruby. Unsellable this, unsellable that. Genuinely. Does that make sense? Does that add up? I've got to grind 4 hours this weekend, and I'm probably going to get an unsellable 92 plus overall hidden gem. Does that make sense? Does that add up? I'm just asking. And people are wondering, what's high? Why are prices so hard? Because the supply of these cards is so dang low. The supply of these cards is so dang low that yes, prices are naturally going to be high. And it just drives me crazy because I like having the best squad in the game. I do. But the way it is shaped right now, the way my team is structured is you've got to spend thousands of dollars on this game to have one of the best teams in the game. I've got a really, really, really good team. But is this one of the best teams in the game? No, I don't have Braun. I don't have Paul George. I don't have, the best center in the game. Most of my cards, I think, 8 out of my 10 cards are unsellable. Or 7 out of my 10 cards that I run are unsellable. Cards that I got by grinding the game. So there's two sides of it. Yes, it's easy to build a team. Relatively easy because of all the challenges they put in the game and stuff that can compete. But at the end of the day, they're only competing for now, and I'm never going to be able to sell those cards. I'm grinding 40 breakout games, and all I'm seeing is unsellables across the boards. Look, I'm not asking for the game to hand out stuff to us. I'm not. What I'm asking for is, number one, you've got to make the auction house accessible. That is literally their verbiage, is they wanted a fair auction house. So, people could, play the game fairly, all this, all that. Is this fair? Is it? Is this fair? Is it fair for the people that grind the game to just get a bunch of unsellables all the time? I'm to the point on my second breakout board after playing 40 plus games that all I do is take the 10,000 MT there. And I might make a video specifically talking about breakout and its rewards. Look, I'm to the point like, yes, I've got a good team, but I feel like I'm nearly maxed out grinding wise. I grinded for Tim Duncan. I've grinded, King of the Court. I've grinded all my showdown games. I've grinded nearly everything a guy can grind. But at the end of the day, I just feel maxed out. Unless I happen to win King of the Court, which is so unlikely. And even if I win it out of that 97 plus overall hidden gem card, I'm not going to probably pull anything. What am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? Like, I've tried to grind the game. I've tried to grind a bunch of MT. I've tried to snipe. I've tried to do so much on this game. But there's only a certain amount of things I can do because to upgrade my squad, I need a pink diamond. And these cards are ridiculously expensive. And the last thing I want to do is buy a card for 500,000 coins. And then, super packs come out and let's say the odds are a little bit better. And then that card falls in a big time way. I feel maxed out. And I feel like this game, grinding wise, is MT wise or auction house power purchasing wise less valuable than ever before. And the reason I have to phrase it like that is because you can grind the game and get a bunch of unsellable cards. You can. Tim Duncan is good for a center. Ronnie Sickley for 5 games was fantastic. Jack Marin out of my $10 this week. Like, you can get good players from grinding the game, but auction house power spending wise, you've got nothing at the end of the day. You've got nothing. And that's where I'm at. I just feel like hopeless. It's like, I grind the game a ton. I've got a good team. But at the end of the day, for me to level up to a higher position and to make my squad that little bit better, I can't do it. There's nothing I can do to take my squad from good to great. And I think that's what really bugs me. Like, yes, I can go through, sell all my badges. I can do this, all that. But these things are not going to really matter at the end of the day. They can only help me so much. What needs to happen is 2K needs to make the game more rewarding. That's ultimately what needs to happen. And when I say that, it's not difficult. It's not rocket science. With King of the Court, instead of just giving people a 92 plus overall, why not give them some MT with it? If you don't want to give them VC, why not give them some MT with it? Why? Why not give them packs that they can sell with this? Right? Why not in King of the Court give people the Friday packs? Give them a 10 box from the Friday pack as well as the 92 plus overall hidden gem. Why? What is so negative about that? Make the game slightly more rewarding for auction house purchasing power. Otherwise, nobody's going to be able to get the new cards. Nobody. Ultimately, what 2K wants is they want people to feel the need to open packs. That's what they want. Guess what? So far this year, I'm proud to say, I haven't even spent my pre-order VC. I've spent $0 on the... No, hold up. I want to pull up my transactions so you guys can see that. I am proud to say that this is where I'm at as far as spending money on this game. Didn't even buy the Hall of Fame pass. Yes, I bought PlayStation Plus. I probably should switch to the yearly subscription. Otherwise, I'm throwing away money. But I'm proud to say that, guys. I have yet to spend a dime on packs. And I'm proud to say that. And people out there are going to be like, well, Ty, you can't complain if you don't. No, I can complain because the amount of time that I spend on this game, for me to have 2 auctionable players in Chris Paul and Jay and I guess Sharif, and the amount of MT that I have for the amount of that I play this and grind this game, it's sad. It's genuinely sad. And that's my problem. I've grinded the game and I've got a lot of good unsellable cards. But when it comes down to purchasing power and with MT, I've really got nothing. And that makes me sick. Unsellables gotta stop. They've got to start giving out more useful rewards. That's it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe here. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.